Early morning, guys. Early morning on my local lake. I'm the only one out here, and I got myself a nice fish to start the day. And I've been out here about an hour playing with topwater and nothing, guys. I have to throw the drop shot because these fish are here, and it's a great big one, it feels like. Roboworm again, drop shot, had to do it. And this is literally my second cast to some fish that I see, and I got them on the roboworm. So I made some effort to do something different, but why am I going to do anything different if I can catch them like this, especially on the second cast? Beautiful morning, cloud cover. The water temps are still 80 degrees, and he's a chunk. He is a chunk, and boy, is he hooked so well. All right, come here. Let's get you in. Let's show you off. Look at that butterball. Isn't that a butterball? I got myself the margarita mutilator back out here. Last video was the morning dawn pink worm, but the dark purple with these darker skies. A little bit of weather coming too. It should be another incredible day, but there we go. Fish number one of hopefully many. Yep, that was him. Number two is hopefully coming. It's a smaller one. It's not the tiniest of dinks, but it's definitely not like that first one, so I might be able to just go ahead and do that. So there we go. Took my roboworm, but that's two fish on one roboworm. No complaint about that. Let's use the right hand, and you are long and skinny. Is that like the opposite extreme of what I just caught? Just a nice long, beautiful little, just a little bit, I don't know, he's probably pretty dinky, but let's put him back, see if we can find number three. Folks, it's time to go for some snakeheads. I put some time and effort into that drop shot. It's not quite what it was the other day, and this cloud cover could be it. Who knows? Bottom line is there's snakeheads in this lake, and I've been drop shotting quite a bit in the past few videos. I don't want to bore you guys to death, even though it's extraordinarily productive, but I got a frog out here, a popping frog, out on some real thick vegetation back here in the back of the lake where I know the snakeheads lurk. So let's see if we can get one to come up and attack this frog and show you all something different for once. I got snakehead habitat all around me. I've got the bank right next to me I can cast to. They love to hug the bank. I've seen them cruising the banks right up on this heavy vegetation. They're right behind me and a little bit of a deeper vegetation that I've got out there, and all within casting distance. So I'm just going to spin around this kayak and pretty much hit every target I've got with this frog and see if I can get something to come up. Frog's not the only way to catch them. Every single snakehead I've caught out here has been on a vibrating jig. I've never caught a snakehead on anything else in my life. Every single snakehead I've ever caught was on a vibrating jig. The first one I ever caught and the last one I ever caught. So I've got that with me too. I'll probably throw that around a little bit, see if something grabs it. But again, there's a ton of vegetation in here. This frog is ideal for covering every bit of it, but every little bit of open water that I see, I'll probably throw that vibrating jig here and there, see what happens. There's a look at the bait, guys. That's the bait I'm throwing right there. Little blitz lures. So that's a blitz lures popping frog, real nice bright color, real solid bait. I actually have a bunch of frogs. I like the actual feel of this rubber. So I got that out of the mystery tackle box. So this is a solid little frog here. So I hope it'll withstand the blast of a big old snakehead. If we're lucky, we'll see how that turns out. It's real stout hooks, heavy action, 7.5 foot rod, 50-pound test, high speed reel. Got the right setup. We just got to get one of those snakeheads to test it out. Oh, I got blasted. Oh, I got blasted, guys. I got destroyed. But it was a bass. I guarantee you that was a bass, and it was a big one. Gosh, that's typical frog fishing for you. Pretty thick out there. I'm changing to a standard frog. We're going to lose the popping frog. Even though we got a bite on it, we did get a bite on it in an open hole, but the majority of this is pretty darn messy, and I'm going to go ahead and change up because this frog will come through it a lot quicker. So let me get that done and get back in there. All right, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers style black and yellow Booyah pad crasher. Let's get that out there and see what happens. All right, I'm in the zone where I caught my personal best snakehead. It didn't look like this one I caught him, and I caught him on that vibrating jig. So now it's all weeded over. So let's go ahead and see if the frog pulls one out. Let's see if I can compete with that PB that I caught out here. There we go, guys. There we go. I got myself a frogfish. I don't know what it is yet, but let's see if we got ourselves a snakehead. It's big, whatever it is. It's hooked really well. That's way down there. This is probably going to be an interesting situation because it's big. Guys, here's the deal. I'm in the weeds. I don't care. I'm gonna let this motor do what it's got to do. I'll get this thing out. I got plenty of backbone. I got plenty of line. It's a good fish, guys. I swear, I hope it's a snakehead. If it's a snakehead and I got my target fish, I'm gonna be ecstatic. It's not huge, but let's see. Let's see. Snakehead, guys, snakehead. Guarantee snakehead. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Topwater snakehead. Got a crowd here busting up into my scene. I'm gonna do this real fast. Look at that. Big old snakehead, guys. And I got an audience to see it, guys. Look at this. Great big snakehead targeted on the frog. Let me get some pictures and I'll be right back to you. There you go, guys. Awesome fish, beautiful snakehead. We're gonna get that one home. Again, I got a crowd came right up behind me and just completely busted up the area, but interestingly enough, he still bit while they were coming. But again, targeting the snakehead and got him on the frog, first time ever. Okay, guys, I just cleaned up. My deck was a mess. It was bloody. I had slime all over it. I had slime all over my jacket. It's still raining, but I took the jacket off. It's coming and going, but man, look at the crowd. I'm telling you right now, this is what I'm trying to explain about my local lake. I'm at the very, very far reaches back of the lake, and there are crowds everywhere. There's just, everyone's out here right now, and it's really rare to have them come all the way this far back, but it's like a rainbow of kayaks out there. And interestingly enough, when I hooked up to that snakehead, I had a crowd on their way, literally right on top of me, coming right over the grass bed. And he still ate. So I'm gonna consider that good luck. Everyone around me could have a good time all they want. So long as the snakeheads are biting them while they're around, I'm perfectly fine with that. But I'm back at it, guys, back at it. That Booyah pad crasher was jacked up, got it all fixed up. He didn't tear it, didn't rip it up, just had to set the hook back into place. And now I'm back in there trying to find number 2. Absolutely incredible bite. And the bite was amazing. It was so much different than that first bite I had. That first bite, not only did I see it, I knew it was a bass, but it blew up and it just exploded on it. This snakehead, they just pop it and suck it in. It's just this vacuuming kind of popping, crunching sound with those jaws they have. And I didn't even know it was gonna be even close to that big when I actually put my hook into them until I felt that first surge. So they're a real fun fish to catch. They are absolutely incredible fight. And boy, I'm glad I got them in the boat here. So I'm looking forward to that blackened fish sandwich. But here comes some heavier rain. I'm gonna put that jacket back on. Working on some shoreline now. Actually got up on some weeds right up on the shore, and they definitely hug the shore. I've seen them cruising. So we got a big grass flat out there where I caught them, and now I moved up on the shoreline and working some real thick, heavy cover up here. And they're everywhere. They're all over the place out here. You just got to find the one that wants to eat. So that's what I am trying to do. There he is. Oh, whatever it is, it seemed like it was little, but it came up and sucked it down. If it's another snakehead, guys, it's gonna be crazy. Can you imagine 2 snakeheads in one day? I think it's a bass. I think it's just a nice little bass. Look at that. I got myself a bass on the frog. Another football. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? Nice little bass on the little pad crasher. I can't use my left hand. He's right there, perfect. Look at that, right up in the center of the nose. I think I'm so proud of my little drop shot getting him in the nose. I'm more proud of that. That's absolutely incredible. Let's take this hood down. Rain's coming and going. Dude, little black and yellow pad crasher, doing it up. Snakehead, and now a bass. Let's just keep on rolling down the shoreline. Let's see what's next. Well, it tells me not all these bass are down deep in 15, 17 feet of water needing a drop shot. There's always some shallow fish. There's always gonna be some shallow fish. It's just out here, the higher percentage and bigger numbers and bigger bass are generally gonna be caught down deep. You know, that one fish that I missed on the frog back there was a big one. That was a giant, but I can guarantee you if I was to go up against anyone throwing a frog versus my drop shot, I would definitely be bringing in more fish, and I wouldn't doubt some big ones to boot. But there's nothing wrong with mixing it up, and there's nothing better than frog fishing. All right, I got plenty of cover on the shoreline. I've been beating up, as you know, with that frog, but I got the vibrating jig in my hand. I got a lot of open water, deeper water right here along the edges of this grass on the shoreline, and got wood in the water. There's plenty of habitat for everything from bass to snakeheads to be lurking around. So let's see if we can draw them out with a vibrating jig with this little bit of a rain shower we got and some cloud cover. I got the bluegill pattern Finch Nasty Thumper 3/8 ounce vibrating jig with a gold blade, and I got a magic shad, a Lake Fork tackle magic shad, green pumpkin with a dipped chartreuse tail, looking like a bluegill, like so. All right, let's chuck this and see what happens. There we go, guys. Gosh, that was only the third cast. Third cast with a vibrating jig. It's a nice bass, guys. I was coming up on a point, and there's some wood here too, and I got myself a moving bait fish. 2 drop shot fish, a giant snakehead, 1 missed, oh, it's a nice fish. 1 missed giant bass on a topwater frog bass, and now a vibrating jig bass. It's been a great day. This fish is not going anywhere. Beautiful fish, another chunky fish. They're really fat today, real football shaped, beautiful, beautiful fish. Absolutely awesome. That's so cool. So that tells me I can do a little bit of all kinds of stuff today on a cloudy, rainy day. We got a moving bite, power fishing with a vibrating jig. Going back, let's chuck that around for a little while and see how much more we can do. It's been a bit since I caught a fish power fishing. Summertime, again, the tides have turned. We've dropped a couple degrees in water temps. We've had some cooler nights. It was only 62 degrees this morning. So 84-degree water temperatures only a week ago, and the water temps are down 4 degrees. So the cooler nights, are definitely changing things. So it's about that time that we start chucking and winding and doing a little bit more up shallow, and the topwater bite should even get better. And then we lead into that fall transition, which gets pretty tough, but we'll still be able to find some fish. Okay, so I'm satisfied. I put a lot of effort into catching that snakehead, and I got him. I put a lot more effort into catching the second one. I ain't got him. I got myself a bass on the topwater frog. I caught another one on the vibrating jig. But that's a lot of the reason why you see me throwing that drop shot all the time. I have a limited time in my life to get out and fish, and I love to get my line tugged. So I know the highest percentage chance of catching some numbers and some good ones and everything else is probably to get down there deep where most of the fish are this time of year with that drop shot. So this is my last cast with a frog for now. I got a few more hours I plan to fish, but I'm gonna get back out there on that main lake. I'm gonna drop deep with that drop shot, see if I can put a few more in the boat, and then we'll play it by ear from there. I got a couple more areas that's got some heavy vegetation that I've been told that I know have some more snakeheads to play with. So what might happen, no guarantees, but let's get back out there on the main lake and see if we can pop a couple on the little whippy stick. All right, I'm back out on the main lake, drop shot in hand. I'm switching up. I'm going back to the morning dawn, even though we got cloudy skies. For some reason this morning that margarine mutilator wasn't working the way I was hoping it would work, and I only caught 2 fish. Spent a little bit of time with it, and last time I was out here, the morning dawn just seemed to kill it. So I'm just gonna switch it up, give them something pretty and pink, throw back to these weed lines down deep, and see what's willing to eat. All right, folks, I bailed on the whole drop shot routine trying to find my sign out fish. Unbelievably, the drop shot bite is off, and I'm looking at them, I'm seeing fish, and they weren't having it. So here's the deal. Came back to a cove that's loaded with vegetation. The sign out fish attempt is going to end right here, and it's going to be trying to get a topwater bite on anything, mainly targeting a snakehead. I can only go so far, but I'm going in. I'm going to have to hit the brakes here in a second. I can only add a couple more feet to my cast before I get weeded up here. So that's about it. That's about as far as I'm going to go up in here. Let's just hope one's within reach. I got some good casting distance with this frog, so I can cover some water, that's for sure. I'm sure they're up in there. Oh, there he is, guys. I got him. I got him. I got him. I got him. I got my sign out fish, and he smashed it. It's got to be a snakehead, guys. I moved up just a couple feet. Now, I said I got the motor to deal with. I could always raise the motor and get the paddle out, but man, did he smash it. He's a big one. He is a great big one. It's got to be a snakehead, guys. He's in there. Good, but I'm telling you right now, I got him, man. I gotta get him out of here. He's way down in these weeds, man. He is big. Oh my gosh, he's huge. I don't know what I'm dealing with here, you guys, but let's see if I can get him out. Oh gosh, if he's in so much weeds, he's hopefully, yeah, he's still on there, guys. He's still on there. Definitely a snakehead. Another good one. 2 snakeheads in one day. Unreal. Unreal, guys. Another big one, another great big one. Not quite as big as the next. I got the one right next to him on the stringer. I don't want to cut my hand with this braid. Oh my gosh, dude. He's coming in, guys. Look at this. Look at this. Unreal. 2 snakeheads one day, sign out fish, top water, targeted, 100% in the boat, guys. There it is. I'm gonna bop him over the head. He's coming home with me. Folks, as always, I appreciate you joining me. As always, I appreciate you subscribing, and until we meet again, Over and out.